intelligence. With this beautiful quotation, a coziest and exuberant morning to all who are present here. Respected principal, teachers, honorable judges, and all my dear friends. Good morning to you all. I, Tanasha Gupta from Standard 9B, going to speak about a so-called powerful, so unbelievably transformative that even the history will look back and say, this was a turning point. Yes guys, I am talking about not only just the creator, but also the destroyer, the one and only artificial intelligence. Ladies and gentlemen, let's start crucially honest. If you still think AI is just a tool, congratulations, you're already outdated. Let's stop worshipping AI as if it's a divine miracle. It's not just a gift to humanity, it's a loaded gunpoint that aims straight to our future. And people proudly say that AI will change the world. AI is not a tool, AI is a threat. It is not here to help the humans, but here to replace, dominate, and eventually suppress the humans. AI doesn't ask permission, it doesn't wait for approval. It disrupts, dominates, and eventually suppress the human needs. While humans argue, AI executes. While humans procrastinate, AI produces. While humans complain, AI does conquers. Job loss, this isn't a fear, it's a guarantee. Congratulations humanity, we built our own competitor. Within a decade, imagine the humiliation made. AI kills the skills. Yes guys, AI kills the skills. The biggest fear isn't job loss, the biggest fear is skill loss. Artificial intelligence is no longer invention, it's the revolution wrapped against evolution. Every moment AI is learning, improving and sharpening itself in the force and fire of the endless data. There's a silent thinker behind your phone, the hidden strategist behind your searches, the invisible architect behind your future who is shaping the whole world right in front of us. AI is the mind that never sleeps, the engine that never slows down, the student that never stops learning, and the assistant that never forgets. AI's future? Domination, total domination. Teachers replaced, lawyers replaced. Everything will be replaced. AI is turning the next generation into the slaves. Smarter the devices, weaker the humans. AI destroys the privacy. Every message, every text, every photo. AI tracks everything. Your habits, your fears, your addiction. AI knows better than your family. Who will control the future? Government or algorithms? CEOs or codes? Machines or leaders? The new world order will be turned in codes, not in diplomacy. If you're not learning AI, but someone who is learning AI is planning to replace you, the danger shows that no one has the guts to say, in India, the evolution chances may come. If India embraces AI, it won't just dominate globally. But if we wait, if we fear, then forget about the Viksit Bharat 2047. The completion and development of India will not take place by 2047. The AI is for all. It will not wait for you. It will not slow down for you. It will not take care about your comfort zone. The future will be not kind. It will be cold, competitive and algorithmic. The final slap to reality is that AI was supposed to be our master, but slowly, silently and aggressively, it's becoming our master. This isn't a science fiction. This is a possibility. Last but not the least, learn, use and implement AI, but from the world of sidelines. Don't just be the puppet of AI because the world wants you, not AI. Ultimately, the future of AI is at your hands. That's how effectively you use it. Thank you and have a nice day.
It is the people. It is here to help the people to do more than they ever imagined. With this beautiful quotation, a cheerful good morning to respected father, principal, teachers, judges and all my dear friends. I myself Pariniti Sahu from Standard 9B standing in front of you to deliver the speech on the topic of AI and its future. Today, I'm here to talk about something that we hear in our almost everyday life, that is artificial intelligence or AI. some people, AI sounds futuristic like something from the scientific movie. But in reality, AI isn't waiting for the future. It's already here, quietly shaping our everyday life. As the one person said that AI doesn't knock the door of the future, it just walks into the present without asking. And honestly, that feels pretty true. The videos that your app recommends, the autocorrect which corrects your spelling, and the navigation app which finds the fastest route, that's they all rely on AI. And something we do not notice, but AI is also working in behind the scenes. Like in hospital, it helps the doctor to predict the illness, and in research labs, it helps the scientists to solve the problem faster than they ever did. But what makes AI so fascinating? Isn't it what it is doing or what it could do? AI has the power to personalize education, predict the natural disasters, supports the climatic condition, and even helps us to explore many other planets. In many ways, we can say that the AI is the most powerful tool that we are only just beginning to understand. I like the saying that AI is not here to replace the human intelligence. It is here to show that the world human intelligence is capable of creating. Of course, like many other powerful tools, AI also comes with a lot of challenges. We came to hear that AI is becoming too smart or taking the jobs. And while it is not important to panic, but it is also not important to ignore all these concerns. We need some rules, guidelines, and the honest conversation while we are using the AI. Technology isn't itself good or bad. It depends on the people who is building it and who is using it. That's why understanding AI is just not something for the engineers or experts. It is something for all of us. One thing I truly believe, the future of AI is not about the human versus machine. It is about humans with machines. AI can store a large amount of information, spot patterns, which we would probably miss. But human brings creativity, empathy, and values. A computer can store a large amount of data, but it cannot understand the meaning behind the smile and the importance of fairness. So, if we look towards the future of AI, the big question isn't, will AI change the world? It has already changed. The big question is how we will use the AI. If we will approach AI with responsibility, curiosity, and with compassion, AI can become a greatest tool that the humanity has ever created. So, in the end, the AI is not written by the technology, it is written by us. And if we will approach AI with responsibility, AI will won't take anything away from us. Instead, it will help us to become more creative, more connective, or more capable. In the end, I like the saying that the future of AI is our future, and both are shaped by the decisions we make today. Thank you.
Here comes sequence number 9.
Good morning to respected Father Principal, teachers, and all my dear friends. Today I am going to talk about a very interesting and important topic, artificial intelligence. It is also known as AI. AI refers to the ability of machines and computers to perform tasks that usually require human intelligence. These tasks include recognizing patterns, learning, solving problems, and decision making. AI is already a part of our daily life. For example, when we use voice assistants like Siri, Alexa, or when we watch movies recommended by the Netflix, AI is working behind the scenes.
Here comes sequence number 10.
Good morning, respected Father Principal, teachers, and all my dear friends. First of all, I would like to thank you all for giving me this opportunity. So, it's my pleasure to introduce myself. I, Aradhya Mohanodar from Standard 9B. Look around you. How many of you checked weather app today or asked a smart speaker to play a music? Today, I want to introduce all of you to the world of artificial intelligence or AI. As we are the builders of future, it is important for us to understand what AI is, how it works, and what are the potential benefits and risks are. AI refers to the computer system that perform tasks that require human understanding and knowledge, means abilities like visual perception, speech recognition, decision making, languages, and more. In current scenario, artificial
considered as narrow, which means it can excel in specific, well-defined tasks but lack generalized intelligence. However, innovative progress toward generalized intelligence, it is considered that cognitive ability will help AI to possess human abilities and think abstractly.
Here comes sequence number 11.
A very warm good morning to all of you, respected father, teachers, and all my dear friends. Today I stand before you to speak about a topic that is not only transforming our present, but it's actively shaping our future. We are living in one of the most exciting period of human history, where machines are not just tools, but their partners, assistants, creators, and thinkers. AI is not only influencing industries, but it's redefining the possibilities. AI is not only redefining the possibilities, but it's pushing the limits of what humans can achieve in the future. Now, what is artificial intelligence? AI refers to the activity of machines to perform tasks that normally require human intelligence. In simple words, we can say that AI is a computer system that thinks, learns, and acts like human beings, sometimes even more fastly and more accurately. Today, AI is smarter, faster, and more accessible and more powerful.
Here comes sequence number 12.
A very majestic, dignified, and exclusive warm morning to our respected father principal, teachers, judges, and all my dear friends present over here today. It is with profound pride and a deep sense of privilege that I, Shah Kumari, stand before this beautiful gathering. Allow me to begin by extending my warmest wishes to each one of you. I hope you are all in extreme health and in the finest of spirit, ready to remark on a thoughtful journey into a subject, the one who defines our era with unmatched elegance and brilliance. Today, we unite not merely to discuss a concept, but to explore a remarkable creation, the one who reflects the height of human imagination, the depth of human intelligence, and the technological refinement. Today, we gather here to unfold the story of artificial intelligence, a phenomenon that carries the grace of advancement. Artificial intelligence, or simply AI, is not just a subject of a masterful scientific innovation.
Here comes sequence number 14.
Good morning to you all, respected Father Principal, honorable judges, teachers, and all my dear friends. First of all, I would like to thank God for His greatness so I could be standing in this moment. And I also like to thank all the participants for giving me chance to speak in front of you all. Let me introduce myself. My name is Neha Dirkin and I am from Standard 9th B. In this morning, I would like to discuss about artificial intelligence. What artificial intelligence really means, why it could replace people from their basic activities. According to H.A. Salmon, in 1987, artificial intelligence is a field of research, application, and operation related to computer programming. It is a new invention in computer.
Here comes sequence number 15.
A warm good morning to the respected Father Principal, teachers, and all my dear friends. I myself, Ayush Ram, is standing in front of you to tell you some basic point of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence, AI, is a development of computer system that can perform tasks requiring human intelligence like learning, reasoning, problem solving, perception, and language understanding, often by the use of vast amount of data to find the patterns, make decisions, and improve over time. Also, AI is a branch of computer science focused on creating machines to perform tasks requiring human intelligence. AI learns from the vast amount of data to find the patterns, make decisions, or to generate a new content without making explicit scenario. AI is no longer limited laboratories. We use it every single day. When we unlock our phone by using face, that is AI. Google Maps.
Sequence number 16.
Good morning everyone present over here. Respected Father Principal Sir, teachers, teachers and all my dear friends. Myself Varsha and today I am here to express my view on the topic of artificial intelligence and its future. Technology has advanced significantly since 20th century with essential improvement in the way humans perform tasks. Technology advancement is developing rapidly as a result of the quest for sophistication. China, the United States, Russia, among others, are among the leading countries that had adapted to use an artificial intelligence. The United States Internally Justice and Crime Research in its report 2017 defined artificial intelligence is an area of scientific development that deals with the inventions of very intelligent machines and work as human and maximize efficiently and success. AI is a trend hailed as the next phase for the industrial revolution. However, its benefits in present are damaged in various places and sectors. AI has the potential of increasing global economic by around 16% by 2023. Banking and financial institutions has incorporated AI and in turn in the increase of chances of accuracy. Michael
Here comes sequence number 6.
Good morning, respected judges, teachers, and all my dear friends. My name is Akansha Bara from class 7A. Today, I stand before you to speak on a topic that has become a part of every student's life. Online learning is good or bad. In the last few years ago, our classrooms shifted from blackboards to a screen. Our homes become our school. Some students find very exciting and comfortable, while others face many challenges. Like every new invention, online learning also has two sides. Today, I will share both the good and the bad. The good side of online learning. Firstly, online learning is flexible and comfortable. We can attend classes from home without traveling long distance. This saves our time and keeps us safe, especially during emergencies like pandemics. Secondly, technology makes learning more interesting. Videos, animation, quizzes, and interactive tools help us to understand difficult topics easily. We can also record and rewatch classes anytime if we don't understand the lesson. Thirdly, online classes gives us access to many resources. We can join online workshops or educational apps to explore different subjects at our own pace. It helps students to become independent and confident learners. The bad side of online learning. However, online learning also has some serious disadvantages. Firstly, one major problem is our poor network connection. Many students, especially in rural areas, struggle because of weak of internet or lack of proper device. Secondly, too much screen time is harmful. It can cause eye stress, headache, and reduce physical activities. Students get tired sitting in one place for long hours. Thirdly, online classes reduce real-life interactive. We miss our school environments, our friends, our teachers, and all the fun of classroom activities. Learning becomes lonely and sometimes students lose interest. Another issue is that not all students get proper guidance at home. Some students find very difficult to understand the lesson and fall behind in studies. Here we came to the conclusion. So, the online learning is good or bad? The truth is both. Online learning is useful in emergencies and provide many opportunities, but it can never replace the joy, discipline, and overall the expression of classroom learning. In my opinion, the best solution is to combine both methods using online learning for extra support and regular school for completing developments. Thank you.
Sequence number 10.
Good morning to respected principal, teachers, and all my dear friends. I, Rashmi Rao from class 6B. Today I am going to speak on the topic of online learning, good or bad. Online learning is not just a method, it's a transformation. It changes the way we think, the way we communicate, and the way we think about education. Online learning has made education more flexible and accessible. Students can learn from anywhere, from home, while traveling, or even when they are sick. It saves a lot of time that we usually spend on traveling to school. Online learning also helps students use technology confidently. We learn to type, search for information, and submit assignments online. These digital skills are very important in today's life. Many online platforms offer videos and interactive activities that makes learning more interesting. If a student does not understand something in one class, they can replay a recorded video and learn at their own. This gives students more control over their learning. However, online learning also has some bad sides. It reduces face-to-face interaction. In school, we not only learn from books but also from teachers, friends and activities. Online learning makes students feel lonely and disconnected. Too much screen time can harm our eyes and health. Sitting for hours causes back pain and lack of physical activity. Some students also face mental problems, especially in rural areas. Online learning requires mobile phone or laptop, which every student may not have. This creates inequality. And sometimes students get distracted by notifications, games and social media while attending online classes. So friends, online learning has both positive and negative sides. It is helpful, modern, flexible, but it also comes with many challenges that we must handle carefully. We should use technology wisely and balance both online and offline learning. However, online learning is not completely bad. It depends on how we use it. In the end, I want to say that no online class can ever replace the real classroom we all need, and no matter how smart the screen is, it can never give us the warmth, support and happiness of real classroom. Thank you.
Sequence number 14. Respected principal, teachers and all my dear friends. Good morning everyone. My name is Sujita Kumari from class 7B. Today, I am here to present a speech on the topic of online learning, bad or good. Introduction on online learning has become a popular way of gaining education, especially after the COVID-19 pandemic. A student can attend the classes, watch lectures, and discuss from the teachers and friends like everything. Online learning has both good and bad. Good of online learning. Number 1. Flexible time. A student can learn at their own place and time. This is helpful for those who may have other responsibilities. Number 2. Learn from anywhere. No need to travel to school or colleges. A student can attend a class from home or any place with internet access. Variety of courses, many websites and platforms, often different subjects and skills. A student can choose what they love to learn. Number 4. Save time and money. Online learning save cost, transfer uniform and sometimes even books. Number 5. Use of technology. A student get used to digital tools and platforms, which is useful in the modern world. Bad of online learning. Number 1. Lack of face-to-face interaction. A student misses the chance to interact with teachers and classmates directly. Number 2. Internet issues. Not everyone has a good for internet connection or device, which can be a problem. Number 3. Less discipline. Without classmate environment, some students may lose focus or become lazy. Number 4. Limited practice experience. Subject that needs legs or hands or works may not be taught properly online. Number 5. Health problems. Too much screen time can cause eye strain, back pain or other health problems. So, online learning has made education more accessible and flexible. However, it cannot fully replace traditional classroom learning. A balance of both methods can provide the best experience learning. Students must stay disciplined and make the best use of this new way of learning. Thank you.
Good morning, respected Father Principal, teachers, judges, and all my dear friends. I, Paridi Gupta, from class 5B, going to speak about an interesting idea, which is online learning. Is it good or bad? Online learning has become very common these days. We can study from home by using mobile, tablet, or laptop. It saves time. We can learn at our own speed. Many classes have videos, quiz, and games. This makes the learning fun and easy. But online learning also has some problems like you cannot meet your friend, teacher in person. This makes you feel lonely. There are many distractions at our home like TV, mobile games, etc. Some students do not have good internet. They might miss the lesson. Even with this problem, online learning is mostly good. It teaches us to be responsible and independent. We also learn to use technology, which is very important today. Think about it. The future of education does not belong to online learning nor to traditional classrooms. The future belongs to those who adapt, balance and innovate. Technology is not a replacement for teachers and classroom. It is a bridge that connects students to endless opportunity if we choose to cross it.
Junior group, here comes sequence number 1.
Good morning to you all, respected Father Principal, teachers and all my dear friends present here. Today I would like to speak on a very important and relevant topic, online learning, good or bad. In today's world, online learning has become a major part of our education. Many students attend the classes on phones, computers, tablets or laptops. This has changed the way we learn. Online learning is also called e-learning, means electronic learning. First, I would like to talk about advantages of online learning. It allows the student to learn from anywhere, at home, by traveling, or even when he or she is sick. It gives access to many useful resources like videos and notes. Students can revise lessons whenever they want by watching video. But online learning has some disadvantages also. Students can get easily distracted by social media, games or notifications.
The beautiful thing of learning is that no one can take it away from you. With this sentence, a warm good morning to respected Father Principal, teachers and all my dear friends. I myself, Shreya Gupta, is standing in front of you to give a short speech on the topic of online learning, good or bad. Institutionalized education has been affected significantly by the current COVID-19 pandemic because the schools have been closed as one of the countermeasures to address this global problem. As such, online learning has become the preferred mode of delivering instructions to the students. With the rapid rate of technological growth in the last 20 years, people are now enjoying one of the most significant booms in human history. In the field of education, online learning has become more dominant and highly debated as it expands out traditional classroom towards anyone with access to the internet. As an educator, I have a particular interest in this topic because it affects the way I deliver content and interact with my students. So, let us take the example of John.
You can start.
Good morning, Father Principal, teachers, and all my dear friends. Today I am here going to speak on online learning is good or bad. Friends, just like a coin has two sides. Online learning has also two sides. One side is good and one side is bad. In today's digital world, mobile is our learning tool and internet bring knowledge at our home. And through online platform, we can study fast and our learning has become very good. But friends, online learning has also bad side. And we study in class various things and we enjoy our free period, but in online classes we did not do anything. A teacher helped with their real life experience to choose right path.
Here comes sequence number 4.
Good morning, respected Father Principals, teachers and all my dear friends. I, Sabina Kumari from class 7B. Today, I am here to present a speech on the topic of online learning, good or bad. Online learning or good. Online learning offers flexibility, allowing students to learn to their own pace and on their own schedule. Students can access courses from anywhere with an internet connection, making education more accessible. It is often more cost-effective than traditional in-person education. It encourages the development of self-discipline, time management, and self-motivation skills. We use multimedia and interactive tools to enhance understanding and engagement. Students can customize their
Here comes sequence number 5.
Whatever you cannot understand, you cannot cause it. With this beautiful thought, good morning respected Father Principal, judges, teachers and all my dear friends. I myself Khushbu Kumari from 7th B. Today I am here in front of you to discuss about online learning good or bad. Online learning both good and bad. Online learning became very popular during COVID-19 pandemic when schools were closed, students study at home using mobile phones, computers and laptops. It is many benefits, but some problem also. Let us start first good advantages of online learning. The biggest benefit is flexibility. Students can study anytime and from anywhere. If someone is sick and they can't able to attend schools, then online learning helps them not to miss the lessons. It also saves travel time. There is no need to go to school, which means students get more time to explain the lesson better. And online learning
Respected principal, teachers, and all my dear friends. I myself feel proud standing in front of you to deliver the speech on the topic of online learning is good or bad. In a span of few years, our education was completely changed. The computer screen has become our blackboard, and the internet has become our school hallway. We have entered to the age of online learning. But is this new classroom is completely good, or does it bring some problems? Let us analyze both the sides, good and bad. Let me begin by looking at the benefit that online learning has offered us. First, online learning breaks all the geographical boundaries. You can be sitting in a small town, yet you can take a course taught by a professor from the top university. Second, in a regular classroom, if you miss a single point, you might struggle later, but online learning solves this. For example, if a science topic is confusing, you can just pause and rewatch again and again until you understand it. Third, while learning online, we automatically learn the crucial skill for the future.
Sequence number 8.
Respected Father Principal, teachers and all my dear friends, a warm good morning to you all. I myself, Alishma Bara, student of class 7B. Today I am standing in front of you to deliver my speech on the topic of online learning is good or bad. Online learning means studying through a mobile phone, laptop or computer, using the internet. In today's world, online learning has become very common, especially after the coronavirus time. It has changed the way we study. First, let me talk about the disadvantage of online learning. The biggest advantage is we can study from home. We do not need to do extra classes. This saves our time and money. We can also stay safe at home. Another big advantage is we can...
Sequence number 9.
Good morning to all. To respected Father Principal, teachers and all my dear friends. My name is Kumkum Kumari and I am here to speak about online learning is good or bad. Online learning becomes increasingly proper. Rising question whether it is truly or not. It offers the flexibility of finite resources that may students find helpful. However, it can also reduce face-to-face and intense, make it harder for some students to stay motivation. Therefore, online learning is good or bad depending on need or learning style of each student. Online learning is useful but not perfect for everyone. But online learning is bad. Too many students feel lonely and it is hard to learn without teacher guide. Online classes are flexible. We can scan and reply the lesson and it makes lesson easy. It allows to learn from anywhere and it is hard to learn without teacher guide. Good morning respected principal, teachers, judges and all my dear friends. My name is Srishti. I am here to express my views on the topic of online learning, good or bad. Online learning has become a popular way of gaining education, especially after the COVID-19 pandemic. Students cannot attend their class, watch lecture and complete homework from their comfort of their home using computer and mobile devices like everything. Online learning has both advantages and disadvantages. Advantages of online learning. Flexible time. Students can learn at their own place and time. This is helpful for those who may be other responsibilities. Learning from anywhere. No need to travel to school or college. Students can attend their class from home or any other places with internet access. Varieties of courses. Many websites and platforms offer.
Here comes sequence number 12. Technology has turned our rooms into classrooms, but with the change comes a big caution. Is online learning helping us to grow or holding us back? Today, let's see whether it truly benefits us. Good morning, respected vice principal, judges, teachers, non-teaching staff, and all my dear friends. I, Smriti Nirjata from class 5B, going to speak some words on the topic of online learning, good or bad. Imagine a world where classrooms are no walls, where knowledge comes at the speed of light, and where a student remote in a village can learn things from a world-renowned professor. Sound amazing, doesn't it? This is the world of online learning, a phenomenon that will change the face of education forever. But the question remains, is it truly a blessing or does it give to a hidden danger? Let's explore the bright side. Online learning has made education accessible to everyone. Distance, time, or geography are no longer barriers. A student can learn at their own pace. For the lesson, it's something I do.
Now here comes sequence number 13.
Education is no longer limited by walls. The world is our classroom. Good morning everyone, respected father principal, teachers and all my dear friends and judges. I am Tul Kumar Standard 5th A. I am going to say the topic is online learning good or bad. Online learning has become very common. Many students use mobile, tablet, phone, etc. It has some good sides and some bad sides. Online learning has become very flexible. We can study from anywhere and save travel time. It also has access to many courses and videos that help us learn better. Some students feel more comfortable learning at their own pace. We learn at their own speed. However, there are some bad sides.
Good morning everyone, respected Father Vice Principal, judges, teachers and all my dear friends. I, Ankit Lora from Blue House, I study in class 5B. Today I want to talk about the profound impact of online learning on modern education. The digital revolution has fundamentally changed how we access knowledge by turning the entire world into a potential classroom. The greatest advantages is flexibility. Students are no longer confined by geography or strict schedules. Whether you are in a remote village or a bustling city, a stable internet connection can connect you with expert instruction and vast resources globally. This adaptability allows learners to study at their own pace.
Good morning to you all, honorable judges, father principal, teachers and all of my dear friends. I, Chandni Priya, a student of class 4A. My role model is every person who tries. In the world that celebrates trophies, headlines and perfection, I do something fair, more powerful than the courage to try. My role model is not a celebrity, not a historical figure, not someone with a face in a textbook. My role model is every person who tries. It is a person who wakes up one morning after life, love their love. It is a student who keep going even no one appreciates them. It is a worker who open books even yesterday great broke their heart. It is a quiet hero who whisper, I will try again and again. Trying is not small, trying is not big, trying is believe in motion. So today I stand on the stage not to honor perfection but to honor persistence. If you try, truly try, you are my role model because my role model is every person who tries. Thank you and have a nice day.
Good morning everyone. Today I am here to speak about my role model. A role model is someone we admire and aspire to become like due to the qualities, achievement and value. My role model is Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, a great scientist, teacher and former president of India. Dr. Kalam was born in a humble family in Rameswaram, Tamil Nadu. Despite facing several challenges in his his early life. His dedication to studies and hard work helped him achieve extraordinary heights. He played a critical role in India's space and missile development, earning him the nickname of Missile Man of India. His contribution to ISRO and DRDO, especially successful launch Pokhran to nuclear test made India the world proud of the world stage. He often said, dream, dream, dream and dream. Transform into thought and thought, result in action. These words have inspired me to never give up on my dreams and keep working hard no matter how tough the journey gets. In conclusion, my role model is Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. As soon as that greatness can be achieved through integrity, position and hard work, I aspire to follow his path and contribute positively to society. Thank you.
Is about being true to myself. With this beautiful quotation, I, Ezra Kujur from Standard 4A. Today, I am here to talk about my role model. As we go through our life, we often encounter people who inspire us and motivate us to become the best version of ourselves. For me, that person is my mother. My mother is the most important person in my life and my greatest role model. She is a strong, caring and hardworking woman who balance her responsibilities with a loving heart. Growing up, I saw her manage household duties and work tirelessly to support our family. Despite facing many challenges, she never complained and faced every problem with courage and patience. Her kindness extends beyond our family, as she often helped neighbors and friends in need. One of the greatest lessons my mother taught me is the importance of perseverance and compassion. When I struggled with studies or any difficulty, she encouraged me not to give up and always show kindness for others. I admire her honesty, dedication and positive attitude. I want to be like my mother, strong, gentle, hardworking, loving. She inspired me every day to be best self. Thank you and have a nice day.
Being a role model is most powerful form of education. With this beautiful quotation, a warm good morning to respected father, principal, teachers, judges, and all my dear friends. I myself, Supriya Kumari from class 4A, I am going to speak about my role model. My role model is my father. He is very kind and caring person who has always put his family first and taught me the value of perseverance and determination. He always encourages me to follow my dreams. He faces many challenges, but also come out stronger outside. And he has there for me no matter what, and said me to never give up. How difficult it is, always try. One admire my father, his love, caring and supportness. He always support me at my homework, study or my school project. He works hard for our family. He is my first and biggest role model. He is God-given most precious gift. He is very special person of my life. I always describe as an amazing father. I always listen him. He teach me good manners and also teach how to give respect the bigger one and how to teach good things to smaller one. Thank you and have a nice day.
From subjudicial group, please start.
Good morning to you all, we the student. Good morning to you all, respected father, principal, teachers, judges, and all my dear friends. I, Sir Pushpa Rao, I study in class 2. My role model is my mother. Everyone has a role model, and my role model is my mother. She is kind, caring, and always help others. She works hard every day to take care of our family. My mother teaches me good manner and helps with my studies. Whenever I feel sad, she comforts me and makes me smile. I admire her because she is strong and never give up. My mother is honest, kind and hardworking. I want to be like my mother. My mother, Madam Father Principal, teachers and all my dear dear friends. My name is Satyam Sahu from Standard 2A. Topic is my role model. My role model is my mother. They have kind and pure, hardworking as always, and support me and encourage me. And first your dream, it can better life because it is better percent of my life. I am great. I have a mother and help my homework. She is very beautiful. My mother name is Rina Devi. I love my mother so much. They have housewife and cook food for our meals. Thank you.
Serial number 5.
Good morning everyone. Present here respected father, principal, teachers and all my dear friends. My name is Ankit Sahu. I study in class 4th. Today I would speak about my role model. Everyone needs a role model in life. My role model is Mahatma Gandhi. He was born on 2nd October 1869 in Porbandar, Gujarat. His full name was Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. His mother's name was Putribai Gandhi. His wife's name was Kasturba Gandhi. He fought for freedom through peace and truth. He proves the violence is not the answer. His simple life inspires me a lot. He always spoke truth with courage. I want to follow his path and honest. My goal is to become a useful citizen. I want to study hard and be success. I will try to help poor and needy. My goal is not personal success. Thank you.
This is sequence number 6.
Good morning to you all. My name is Almi Arham. I study in class 2B. Respected father, principal, teachers, judges and all my dear friends. Now I am going to present my role model. My role model is my mother. My mother is my first teacher, my advisor and my support system. She has always been there for me through thick and thin. She is a beautiful person inside and out. She is an excellent cook. She has taught me to respect food and people. She is my role model because she gives me strength and motivates me. Respected father, principal, teachers, judges and all my dear friends. A warm good morning to you all. I myself, Mr. Ram from class 4B from Blue Group. I am here to speak my role model. My role model is an air hostess. An air hostess is a member of cabin crew and national and international craft. She was assistant in flight. Air hostess work on aeroplane. They welcome passengers on board. Air hostess help passengers find their seats. They show safety produced before takeoff. Air hostess assist passengers with any need. Air hostess serve food and drinks during the flight. An air hostess good behavior with passengers. Air hostess handle emergency. Gives opportunity on our future. Good morning to our respected principal, teachers and all my dear friends. I am Prakriti Kesri from Stand 4th. I am going to say a speech on the topic of my role model teacher. A teacher is a role model for me in a society. They have to educate people and make them more knowledgeable. A teacher always guides the students on what they can do and what they cannot do at any moment. Teacher always encourage their students to read more and help to make their future bright. From the very beginning of life, they guide the students and make them aware of all the possibilities to reach their goals. The primary role of a teacher is to deliver or declare classroom instruction that helps students to learn. To you all, respected father, principal, teachers, judges, and all my dear friends. I myself, Garam Zarikla, I study in class 2B. My topic is my role model. My role model APJ Abdul Kalam. He was a very smart and kind man. He worked hard every
working like them. APJ Abdul Kalam is my role model. Thank you. Principal, teachers, judges, and all my dear friends. I am Lacey Bada, class 3B. I belong to Blue Group. I am here to speak on the topic of my role model is my mother. My role model is my mother. She is very kind, gently, loving, and joyful. She helps me in my studies every day. She teaches me good manners. She works hard for our family. She always tells me to be honest. I learn many good things from her. She makes me feel safe and happy. I want to be like her. When I will grow up, I will be like my mother. I will inculcate all the qualities of my mother. Thank you. Respected father, principal, teachers, judges, and all my dear friends. My role model, my name is Ansika Ura. I am class 2A. My role model is my mother. She is very kind and very caring people. She works hard for our family. She teaches me good manners. She works hard for our family. She always tells me to be honest. I learn many good things from her. She makes me feel safe and happy. I want to be like her when I grow up. I love my mother very much. Thank you. Have a nice day. Principal, teachers, and all my dear friends. I am Kavya Kumari from class 4B. My role model is my mother. Everyone has a role model. My role model is one. She is kind and caring. She is teach me good manners and she is my first teacher. She is my best friend. I feel happy with her. She teach me good manners and she was working very hard. She was very cute and she was housewife. Thank you. Respected father, principal, teachers, judges, and all my dear friends. Myself, Susan Sahu. Today I am going to speak about my role model. My role model is my mother. My mother's name is Sapna Sahu. My mother is the most loving person I know. She takes care of me every day. My mother helps with my study, cook tasty food for me, and also make me smile. My mother works very hard from morning to night, but she never complains. My mother teaches me many good things. My mother is a best mother in the world. Thank you. My name is Prisha. I study in class 1A. I am going to speak about my role model. My role model is my mother. My mother name is Chantitika. She is my role model. My mother is a very loving. She teaches me good manners. She wakes up early. She cooks some food for us. She loves me a lot. My mother is a very hard work. My mother is my care. My mother is the very best mother. Thank you.
Wow, it takes very hard courage to come and speak on the stage, and these students, they are our superheroes of our St. Mary's School, and they have done a wonderful job speaking so encouragingly and enthusiastically. They are performing on the stage. So, thank you all of you. Here we come to the end of the speech competition 2025-26, and I thank all of you. You all have cooperated us and listened to the speech. All the audience, thank you so much. Now I request our judges to please come on the stage and say a few words.
Congratulate all the participants for participating actively and giving us some information about technology and some new things which we supposed to learn. Always we use mobile phone, but most of the time we are scrolling reels. So how we can make use of our phone, they have said. So after going home, please reduce watching reels, okay? And It is very easy to talk there, okay? Sit and talk. But it's very difficult to come and speak from here. So please have a courage to speak in the classroom also. When we ask some questions, some of you just keep quiet. So please have courage to come over the stage and speak.
Dear students, Hindi we speak very fluently. Sadri also we speak very fluently. And maybe some other languages also which we speak at home, that also we speak in very fluently. But English speaking is a bit difficult for us. Today I came to know that all can speak English. I congratulate our organizers, and very especially I congratulate all the speakers who came forward on the stage, and they gave their small, though it was small, but it was very nice. They can speak, they can give ideas, and we can understand. It is very good chance for us and for you students when you come for public speaking. Very often you hear all our political leaders who come and speak on big rallies, big sabhas, political rallies, religious rallies, and other platforms, and they want to convey their ideas, the ideas of religion, ideas of political parties, and the speaker, for one who gives nice idea, he can give their idea, their political views very nicely, and we can understand that. And so also, today, in front of us, you have given us whatever topic you had, you spoke, and we could understand what you have given. Your pronunciation, your way of speaking, your gestures, all these things, not only I as a judge, but all your friends, all your classmates, and all your teachers, they have seen. And we pray, I also pray that one day you can also speak English very, very fluently, and your future will be bright. I thank and I congratulate all of you. Thank you very much.